It's Craig from Picks and Parlays. It's Wednesday, January 27th, Hump Day Wednesday, and we're back with 4 free betting picks from me and 1 off the consensus report. We've got a ton of NBA action today, and we've got a ton of NBA picks. I'm going to have 3 of my 4 picks in the NBA, plus my best bet winner, a deal that I'm going to give you. That's in the NBA as well. So big day in the NBA, and we're going to concentrate on it. Of course, as always, don't forget, if you haven't done so, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, make sure you don't miss out on all the stuff we have going on daily. But the most important thing after that thumbs up, of course, is put in the comments, be part of the Picks and Parlays team, who you like for today, or comment on somebody else's, what they like for the day, either my picks or somebody else's. So make sure you put in the comments, even after you're not watching this live, because 95% of you watch it after the fact. I do it early in the morning so everybody can get in on these. Put in the comments who you like. Elliot, you're first today. Elliot says, what's up? So what's up, Elliot? All right, so we're going to kick it off here. We got a healthy team versus a not healthy team. We saw that last night, Clippers at the Hawks, and the Clippers, put up a pretty good fight through about 3 quarters and then just ran out of steam because they're not healthy. They didn't have their full roster of players. Similar tonight, Denver Nuggets at the Miami Heat team. It's a 4.5-star play. I like the Denver Nuggets minus the 4.5. I thought this line was going to be much greater because when the news came out that basically 4 of the top 5 players for the Heat were going to be out, I thought, the lines will be all over. Actually, the line just went up. Just went up to 5.5. But I still like it at 5.5, 4.5-star play. I think Denver wins double digits here. I just think the Heat team, they're 6-10 for a reason right now. They just can't get their whole roster of players playing at the same time right now. So until Jimmy Butler gets back, I think this team's going to struggle. Let's take the Denver Nuggets minus 5.5. They did that big when they swept the Suns. That was big because the Suns were playing really well, and they won those both, of course, in overtime. But I think they get it done tonight. Nuggets minus 5.5. The total of that one's 220.5. I don't think you have to lean towards the under just because the Heat have so many players out. But much better play for me, much safer play. Take the Denver Nuggets minus the 4.5. All right, so we got another play in the NBA, 4.5-star play. Total here. I like the Detroit Pistons at the Cleveland Cavaliers. This Cleveland Cavaliers team, draw a line through the Boston, where they just kind of had a big letdown after, of course, beating the Nets, sweeping the Nets. They played the Lakers really tough. They've all been high-scoring games except that one game. And I think the Pistons, even though they're not super high-scoring, will do plenty here. If you're going to play the Cavaliers, you almost have to play their style because they just are reckless abandon, putting their head down and getting it up the court. So I like the over 214 in this one. I think the Cleveland Cavaliers win and go over, but I think the safer play taking the over. All right, so my best bet of the day, Picks and Parlays. People always ask me, what's my best bet of the day? Picksandparlays.net/Craig. It's in the NBA today. Just $14.99 at that link. That's $25 off. Picksandparlays.net/Craig. Get in on my best bet in the NBA today. Just one best bet winner today in the NBA, and you can get it there. All right, so we go to the NBA for my last of my 4 picks for the NBA. And we're looking at this Wizards and Pelicans team, and sometimes you're playing for a team, like because you really like a team, and sometimes you're fading against a team. And that's the case in this one. Wizards at the Pelicans. Pelicans favored by 7.5. Total set at 227.5. Don't expect a lot of defense in this one. The Pelicans, rumors now swirl that Ball and Redick are available in a trade if someone wants them because it's just 5-10. I mean, this team looks like they're going nowhere. Yet they're 7.5-point favorites here. 2-3 at home straight up. 1-4 against the spread. And even though the Wizards aren't great, just 2-5 straight up on the road, they've been 4-3 against the spread. So they've done some to cover some of these ugly losses. So I like the Wizards plus the points here. I'm going to continue to fade the Pelicans until something changes there. I didn't like the Van Gundy hire when they hired him, and it sure hasn't worked out so far. I mean, he had a good run there a long time ago back with Dwight Howard and the Magic, but since then, not so good anywhere else. So let's take the Wizards plus the points. Now we got one play in college basketball. And this is one of those where sometimes you just keep riding a team, and we're in a good spot here. Miami at Florida State. Florida State favored by 11, total 140.5. I know it's a rivalry, But I don't think it matters. This Miami team has been absolute garbage, got absolutely hammered by a bad Notre Dame team at home last time out. Now they face a Florida State team that, since coming back from the COVID break, undefeated and undefeated against the spread. I think it's 4-0 both ways. And this Florida State team is really good. I mean, they go 10 deep. They can beat you with size. They can beat you inside, outside. They can beat you slow down game with their defense. They can outscore you. That's a tough team to beat. And I like Florida State minus 11. We're going to continue to ride Florida State until they buck us. So those are my 4 free plays. Now, of course, the 5th play I always give you is off the consensus report. You can get the full consensus report. I just give you out one of the best plays. There's always 4 or 5 plays every day. Picksandparlays.net. Under the premium picks drop down, click on consensus. Less than $2 a day. Get in on it. So we're going to the NHL today. And at the time of this showing, so we're looking at just a little before 10:45, 11 Eastern Standard Time. We're looking at a consensus play in the NHL. Ottawa at Vancouver. 5 handicappers on the money line for Vancouver. 0 on Ottawa. We're going to take Vancouver minus 155 in the NHL. So the consensus plays in the NHL have been pretty good. I don't know, you get these comments here on YouTube and Facebook or emails to me. Listen, there's nothing we do that's going to be 100%. My picks, the consensus, any of the other experts, if anybody out there on the internet is telling you they're winning 100% of the time, or even anytime they say anything above 60, no way. Because if it was true, these guys wouldn't trust me. Just trust me. I've been doing this 12 years now with running the site, Picks and Parlays. And I've been doing it 15 years professionally. I've never seen a handicapper over a period of time that's not, a week, a month, a year, a week, a month, a couple months. Maybe once you get out to a year, it's going to be 60%. That's the best in the business. 60, 61, maybe 62. Anything above that, people just doesn't happen. So you're going to have losses, you're going to have wins, but the consensus report has done better with wins than losses, and that's what we're trying to do. So it's a good tool for your handicapping toolbox. All right, off my soapbox. All right, so don't forget my best bet of the day, picksandparlays.net/Craig. It's in the NBA, just $14.99. That's $25 off, so make sure you get in on that. And then we're going to do a recap here. This is how I like the games tonight. Nuggets at the Heat. Nuggets minus 5.5. It wasn't 4.5 when I bet it, but hopefully everybody gets in at 5.5. I see some steam on this. I'm guessing it'll go to 6. Heat are just really, really banged up. I like the Nuggets to get that and cover. Then I like the over 214 Pistons and Cavaliers. I think this Cavaliers team is really starting to hit their stride on offense. I think that continues. 4.5 star play, Florida State. We're going to ride Florida State till they buck us, minus 11. And then Wizards at the Pelicans. This is a fade against this Pelicans team. Anytime they're a more than 4 or 5 point favorite, I mean, you almost have to take the other side. Wizards plus the 7.5. And what's going to be a offensive shootout, I'm guessing the over on that one would be pretty good as well, because both these teams play 0 defense. And then NHL, for the consensus report, Vancouver minus 155. All right, as always, don't forget, hit that thumbs up and put in the comments who you like. As you see, Al, he likes the under 117.5 in Fordham. And line has gone to 10.5. I'm not sure what game he was thinking. But anyway, so put in the comments who you like, or comment on somebody else's picks, or comment on my picks. But do it before the game, because after the game, you tell me, hey, yesterday we were 2-2. I know we were 2-2. After the fact, everybody's 100%. But if you put in the comments before, if you like my picks, don't like my picks, like your picks, don't like someone else's picks, then we can all be at the same level. Telling me after the fact, telling me the weather for yesterday doesn't really help me. Telling me the picks for yesterday doesn't really help me. So put in the comments who you like. My best bet winner, picksandparlays.net/Craig. That's $25 off for that link. If you go over to the site, you're just going to find the $39.99. So save that $25, picksandparlays.net/Craig. The link is in the description. And get in on my best bet NBA winner for Hump Day Wednesday. So, all right, he likes Florida State. I do not see Florida State at that number that he said. I don't see it at 10.5, but if you get a 10.5, even better. Yeah, if you haven't done so, make sure you watch Allie Burns' Morning Wood. It goes on about 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time daily between 1 and 1:30. Yesterday, she had a really good day. Everybody was on Drake except Allie. She cashed that big. So make sure you check out Allie every day here on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, you can do that if you hit that thumbs up, you hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, make sure you don't miss out on all we do daily. So thanks everybody for joining me. Leave in the comments who you like, and we will see you again on Thursday.